So what's up, guys? It's your boy Trey, and just wanted to come on today with this very important message. And this is something that's been on my heart for a long time. And I felt like this was the perfect time to say it because, creatively, for a while there, I really hit a big time block this last year after some different things occurred, which I'll get into later. But for now, I wanted to get on this video and say something that's been on my heart for a while. And that, I was thinking, I was like, if I have one message for people that are growing up or people that are learning, who they are and stuff like that and developing, I really thought deep about this message, and I wanted to say, like, if I had any kids or if I had anybody I was like, mentoring and things like that, I would tell them the most important thing that you could get out of anything in life is being you, being yourself, and not trying to be other people, not trying to fit in, not trying to fit a certain criteria, a certain trend, things like that. I think it's a lost art these days, because I see a lot of artists in the music industry, and they're so focused on sounding like these other people, matching this sound, being this, being that, wearing the exact clothes as other people. And I'm like, man, if you would just stop copying other people, just be yourself. Come up with your own style, your own swag, your own thing that makes you unique. That's one thing I think that's helped me a lot, is because I've never been a follower in that way. I think any time that I've been in any industry, especially like in the music industry that I am now, I definitely stand out. I mean, I'm doing music in multiple languages, multiple genres, et cetera, and not all that to toot my own horn, but more just to say the importance of being yourself in everything that you do and bringing that to the table. Because the thing is, I could do my very best and I'll never be a better version of you, the best version of you. And so I think for me, it's really taken me such a long time to get there, because I think growing up, my family was just extremely religious, and everything that we did was just so like controlled and so based around religion. And I just say, like, even if you want to go that route with religion, you can look in the Bible and look how many different characters there are in the Bible. None of them are the same. They all bring different things to the table. You know what I mean? But I think ultimately, the character that strikes me the most out of the Bible is the story of Jonah, because Jonah, he ran away from, what God wanted him to do and his calling, things like that. And ultimately, Jonah was swallowed by a whale, and he eventually came to his senses, and he followed, his calling from God. And I think not to get overly religious here, but I think it's extremely important that each of us follows that. And not all of us are meant to be an elder in the church or a preacher or what have you. Some of us are meant to do different things and be ourselves. That's the most important thing, though, that we can ever do, is to be ourselves. Be yourself. Just because your parents were teachers, you don't have to be a teacher. Just because your parents were a counselor, you don't have to be a counselor. And so on and so forth. Those are just two examples. You can be the best you, and that's the most important thing I would say. No matter what that is, bring that to the table, because the world needs you. The world needs the best you. And if you bring that to the table, man, just life opens up for you. And I think for me, being on that journey to be like, what is the real me? When I'm raised so religious and so controlled, I can't really find out who I am, because everything I do outside of this small structure is a mistake. It's a sin. It's a problem. And it's like, no, man, you have to learn. You have to grow and say, man, this is me. You know what I'm saying? I have a gift in music. My church doesn't allow instruments, but I'm gifted. I got to follow this path. This is what God gave me. I can't be over here because this is who I am. I can't help it. That's how I was made. You know what I'm saying? So I think the importance of recognizing that and saying, man, you know, in this room, everybody wants me to be stifled and quiet. So I probably, in this room over here, everybody is, you know, loud, rambunctious, having fun. Well, man, forget about this room. This is the room I need to be in. You know, when I bring my energy, that's the room that I'm blessing other people and they want me to be around them and stuff like that. You know, this room, they're saying I'm being too loud and I need to, you know, go forward. I need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to be quiet. Man, no, I'm not quiet. I'm loud, man. We make noise. We cause a scene. We do big things. We make a lot of noise. And the people that love that love me. And I say at the end of the day, I bless those people with my energy and they do the same to me. And it's an interchange in that way. And so that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of times there's people that maybe they don't travel, they don't get out there, they don't see that there's other places in the world that need their presence, that need their gifts. And I think that it's extremely important that we bring that to the table because, you know, without those gifts, the world's a little bit of a lesser place. So I had that on my mind the past many weeks, just thinking about that because I said, you know what? You know, a lot of people probably don't know what I think. You know what I mean? I think maybe people judge me. I've had people judge me in the past and try to judge me by some kind of strict, you know, send me all these Bible verses and tell me this and that I'm wrong for questioning anything. And I'm like, you know what, dude? You do you, right? I'll find me. Make me and not make me. Help me be the best me. You know what I'm saying? And I can do the same for you. And anybody that's not interested in that type of relationship, I have no interest in. And so I find that it's extremely important. We're always thinking, how can I be my best self and best serve the world and other people and make the world a better place? If I can do that, then I'm doing something right. It doesn't matter if I'm this religion, that religion, if I speak this language, that language. It may be something crazy that you never even knew about that you're bringing to the table, but the world needs you and you have to be your best self. And that's all I got to say today is that that's what I'm bringing to the table. And I want people to understand that because if you try to look at this from a lens of, oh man, if you don't believe this religion or if you don't believe this, you don't do this job, you don't do this job. Everybody tries to put you in a box and I can't be contained. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I encourage everyone that's watching this to have that same attitude. Be your best self. Bring that to the world and then see what happens. The impact you make is going to be astronomical in comparison to what it would be if you just sat there and you pleased everybody in this little box and did what everybody wanted you to do and was the type of person that, you know, they wanted you to be, the character. You played their character. You know what I'm saying? But I think for me, the importance of playing my own character, writing my own script, say, hey, this is me. And you don't have to like it. You there's the door right there. At any point, I don't care if people like it or not. I'm trying to make the world a better place. And at the end of the day, as long as I have those good intentions, that's what it's all about. So thank you guys for watching. Feel free to comment. Tell me, you know, what is your most freeing experience in life, you know, in terms of that. And real quickly, I'll share before I conclude mine. You know, what was really freeing for me in life. And this is crazy, man. But to be honest with you, when I did in 2014, you know, my older brother Trent had just come back from living in China. And so he came back, he was showing, you know, we were over here in Texas and he was showing everybody about meditation. He was doing all these meditation classes. And one of the guys in the class, Jason, was like, yeah, man, I did this 10-day retreat. You don't talk to nobody. It's like life-changing. And I'm like, So I thought about it. I mean, I've always been somewhat competitive with Trent. And I thought about it. I said, man, what if I go and I do that meditation retreat? And in that way, Trent can't tell me that he did it first. So I can't believe I did this, but I signed up for the meditation retreat. And oh my gosh, I was so nervous. I wanted to cancel. And I talked my dad into taking me out there. And I mean, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. You don't talk to anybody for 10 days. All you do is meditate for 8 hours a day and walk around, sit there in your room, stare at the ceiling. I mean, it's wild. And the thoughts that you'll think when you turn your mind off, unbelievable. And so, I fought it for like 5 days, and the last 5 days were the most freeing days of my life. And I realized, wow, this is it right here. This is freedom. This is what it is when you free yourself from your ego. But I'm not going to get all into all that. All I will say is that from there, that changed my anxieties. That changed. I used to have so much anxiety about social anxiety. Oh my gosh, travel anxiety. I mean, anxiety like performing as a musician, like performing, getting in front of people. I'm like, dude, that's my best skill. And why, what's wrong with me? I don't know. But after I left that meditation retreat, I never struggled with that again. I've traveled to over 30 countries now. I speak multiple languages. I did do music. You know what I'm saying? I've been a DJ. I do all this stuff now. But before that point in 2014, I was never able to do that. So I know most people, maybe they won't do the retreat, or maybe they just are unable to, or whatnot. I encourage everyone to do something like that though. Get out of your box, travel somewhere new, do something different that you've never done before, and you're gonna be amazed how freeing it is and how you're able to be more yourself as you do that. So I'm gonna end it with that. I've got a really big video and a big announcement tomorrow that I'm gonna post. I highly recommend staying tuned for that, because it's gonna be the craziest, one of the craziest, I don't know about the craziest, it's gonna be probably the craziest video that I've ever posted. So I highly recommend staying tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's your boy Trey, that crazy gringo. You know what it is. See y'all next time.